Hi, brothers and sisters. Today is March 6th, and it's 2024, and the time right now is 1:55 p.m., and it is Wednesday. So really quick, y'all, I told y'all how Jesus has me putting this stuff out here. All right, so brothers and sisters, back in 1999, God started giving me visions of this, and I didn't know what that was, y'all. It was just a wheat field to me. I didn't even know it was called a wheat field back then. But um, when I would get those visions like that, I didn't know that God was trying to tell me something. So years after, I'm gonna say 2000 and maybe I don't even know right now. But I just wanted y'all to see this field, but just hold on really quick. All right. So brothers and sisters, really quick, God will give me the visions of that, and the first time I got the vision was when I was standing up, and I believe I was talking to Jesus, and I shut my eyes for probably a few minutes, and as I shut my eyes, it started to form pictures, and so I just kept looking at it, and I seen this big field, and it looked just like that field I just showed you all right there, and I would just watch because I didn't know why I was seeing that, because God would reveal a lot of things to me slowly, but so over time, y'all, God would repeatedly show me that, and it was first a man and his son, and I mean like a little boy, like he might have been about 11, maybe 12 or something, and they had the overall suits on, just like you seen the jean overall suit, and they had something in their hands. But every time he would show me that vision, y'all, it'll start having more people in the fields, more sets of father and son. It just kept going. And the very last time God gave me that vision, it started to move, y'all, like a camcorder. But this time, when I seen that wheat harvest, that wheat field, it was father and sons as in a set, as far back as the eye can see. And then it moved like a camcorder. And when it turned, y'all, it turned to like this house. It was like a really big white country house, and it was nothing else right there, just that big white house, y'all. And that house looked like like it been up there maybe for a little while, like it could have used some remodeling, and so I didn't really pay any attention to that. So y'all, years went by, and I remember that movie. God will allow me to see these movies, y'all. I would watch Christian movies, and everything that I've seen on those movies Y'all, it was happening to me, but I still didn't understand why. So y'all, I told y'all Jesus raised me since I was like little, y'all, little. And my life was not like my other brothers and sisters. I felt like a Joseph. I felt like a David and Esther and all them. My life kind of reminded me of that, Moses and all them. So now you all that were in this third day, y'all, because God had to teach me. He had to pull me into the wilderness only after I started praying and asking him for his truth, because something just was not right. So listen to this. Hold on, let me grab this here, y'all. I don't have that much time. All right, so Matthew chapter 13, starting at verse 24. Matter of fact, I'm going to take it back some, y'all. Matthew chapter 13 still, but it is the parable of the farmer scattering seed. And 13, it goes into all of this, talking about the parable of the wheat and the weeds, and the parable of the mustard seed, the parable of the wheat and the weeds explained. Y'all, when I read this, like, oh my goodness, when I was in the wilderness, God taught me. It got my attention. And I thought I was going crazy, y'all. I wasn't going crazy. But listen to this. The parable of, all right, it says the parable of the wheat and weeds explained. Starting at verse 36 of Matthew chapter 13, it says, "Then leaving the crowds outside, Jesus went into the house. His disciples said, 'Please explain to us the story of the weeds in the field.' Jesus replied, 'The Son of Man is the farmer who plants the good seed. The field is the world, and the good seed represents the people of the kingdom. The weeds are the people who belong to the evil one. The enemy who planted the weeds among the wheat is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the harvesters are the angels. Just as the weeds are sorted out and burnt in the fire, so it will be at the end of the world. The Son of Man will send his angels, and they will remove from his kingdom everything that causes sin and all who do evil. And the angels will throw them into the fiery furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in the Father's kingdom. Anyone with ears to hear should listen and understand." brothers and sisters, God gave me this, y'all, and if y'all go back into my older videos, if y'all can go back and look at that stuff, I don't care how far back it is, try to look at all of them, because God revealed a lot of mysteries to me, and I didn't know those were mysteries. And I'm going to tell you right here, in Matthew chapter 13 still, parable of the farmer scattering seed, starting at verse 10, it says, his disciples came and asked him, why do you use parables when you talk to people? He replied, you are permitted to understand the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but others are not. To those who listen to my teaching, more understanding will be given, and they will have an abundance of knowledge. But for those who are not listening, even what little understanding they have will be taken away from them. That is why I use these parables, for they look, but they don't really see. They hear, but they don't really they don't really listen or understand. This fulfills the prophecy of Isaiah that says, when you hear what I say, you will not understand. When you see what I do, you will not comprehend. For the hearts of these people are hardened, and their ears cannot hear, and they have closed their eyes, so their eyes cannot see, and their ears cannot hear. And brothers and sisters, Matthew chapter 13, verse 11, where it says, where Jesus says, you are permitted to understand the secrets of the kingdom of heaven. Y'all, these are the mysteries. In the beginning, y'all, I didn't know that. I was just, and even still to this day, y'all, I'm stunned. I just listen to what Jesus tells me, because I can hear. I don't know what Jesus did, but when he woke me up, like something happened in 2017, y'all, where there was no, I'm going to say the end of 2016, but something in 2017 happened, and I don't know what it was, but I remember I had been praying all that time, asking Jesus for his truth and not man's truth. And y'all, that's when I started seeing those numbers. Okay, then I thought I was doing something wrong. So then I started asking, why was I seeing the numbers and stuff like that? Not knowing the numbers had a meaning to them. God did something, and he opened up my understanding. And things that I did not understand, I started to understand without nobody teaching me. Like whatever I wanted to know, if I just thought it, I instantly knew it. Instantly. It was like put into my spirit. And brothers and sisters, that's one of the reasons why I had stopped reading the Bible so much, because whatever I hear, Jesus would it was an overflow in me, and I couldn't keep up with it. And it's still like that to this day. but now I just go according to what Jesus tells me. And I do not, y'all, like, I do not like to hear a lot of things. I tell y'all, Jesus will start speaking to me in my spirit without words. But brothers and sisters, this is the end of the world. This is the end of the world, or the end of the age. And y'all, that's why I said this is the third day. And y'all, some people are going to change, like the change I had, the change other people had. And I mean, it was like an instant overnight change. The only thing Jesus did not do was take my sore feet away from me. And I said to Jesus, because I used to always ask him to heal my feet, y'all, because my feet, they were hurting all the time. And then it just got to the point, y'all, I don't know, I didn't care. You know, I had started saying to Jesus, because he was dealing with me, and I said, you know how y'all would say the sinner's prayer or whatever. Okay, well, one day I was, one day, one night, one of them, I was sitting on the couch, and my son was like he was like in his months then, because he wasn't walking at that time, I know. But I remember asking Jesus, I was like, Jesus, please forgive me for my sins and stuff like that. And y'all, I meant it. And I had said to Jesus, I was like, Jesus, if you heal, and I stopped, and I said, Jesus, you know what? Even if you don't heal my feet, I will worship you. Well, I said, I will worship you, or I will serve you the rest of my days. And I meant that. Like, I meant that when I said that. And y'all, something happened, because it was like this big presence, and I knew it was Jesus, stood right over me or right by me, and it was so strong. And y'all, God began to start dealing with me, and that's when like people, y'all, they didn't want anything to do with me, because I ate the word. I ate it, lived it. I was already doing it anyway, not even knowing. But I remember one day I was talking to Jesus, and I stepped out on the balcony, on the patio part, and it was nighttime, and I just looked in the sky, and I said, God, that is so amazing. How you know how many stars are in that sky and know them by name. And y'all, as soon as I said that, it was a star that I seen. That star started moving, and I am not kidding. Like, it started moving, and it was tapping other stars. And it kept doing it all the way until it was like out of my sight.